Okay, so we need to clarify exactly what the word Nganga means, what it means in Africa, and what it means in the New World. Now, I'm scratched in Palo Mayombe, and there are many different branches, okay? There's Palo Monte, Palo Brayomba, Palo Kambisa, lineages. But all of those lineages trace itself back to the Congo in Africa. You know, simple Google searches work. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking about for anybody. I want you to go to Google and type in Nganga, Nganga, and read the article here talking about the spiritual healers, the shamans, okay? The Nganga in Africa is a shaman. He's a traditional healer. He's a medicine man, the witch doctor, the herbalist, the root worker. And then Google Nkisi, Nkisi, Nkisi. The Nkisi are spirits, or an object that a spirit inhabits. During the transatlantic slave trade, when Congolese Africans were brought to the New World, they mixed with Tainos, the indigenous Native American people, the first indigenous people to be colonized in the New World. The Tainos also had their shamans, and the Taino shamans were called Pahikes. They were also the spiritual healers, herbalists, and the people in charge of performing ceremony on behalf of the tribe. We're talking hundreds of years worth of development here. But whenever you see people in Palo in the New World refer to an Nganga, they're referring to one of these, which is a pot that a spirit lives inside. So technically, this is actually an Nkisi. In Africa, the Nganga is the shaman, but people refer to these pots as Ngangas or prendas. In reality, they are Nkisi because there's a spirit that inhabits this vessel. There are also mpungos, which have been syncretized with Catholic saints and with orishas. See, the thing about Palo is it's a secret society. It's like a fraternity, and you get initiated into it. And after you're initiated into it, you learn the mysteries. You learn the practices. Some people practice the light side of Palo, okay? And there are other people that practice the dark side, and that dark side gets really, really, really dark. So you got to be real careful about who you associate with and who you run with. Because Palo is like voodoo, okay? Voodoo, Palo, is like a knife. And you can either use a knife to cut up a turkey and serve your family Thanksgiving dinner, or you can stab somebody and yeet them. But this spirituality is based on working with spirits of the dead and spirits of nature. But this, everything that you see here, all of this stuff, it took a very long time for this system of magic to develop. And there are a lot of paleros that, have taken a step back from this and have tried to go more traditional and move back towards some of the original concepts from the Congo. You'll hear the term Ngangalero, which means a man that works the Nganga. Now the word Nganga means expert, and a tata, Nkisi Malongo, is someone who is an expert in herbal medicine, traditional healing, and spiritual workers. This is a very complex system of magic, and it's got a lot of moving parts, just like Haitian voodoo has a lot of moving parts. This is not something that you just pick up a book and read and study and then decide you're going to do. You have to be trained, you have to be initiated in order for your godfather to help you construct an Nganga, an Nkisi. So it is not a talisman. There is a living spirit that lives in that pot, and it is not just practice for baneful magic. It's not necromancy and sorcery. It can be necromancy and sorcery, but it comes from traditional healing practices. And you can practice positive magic with your Nganga or with your prenda or the consecrated item to take off and remove witchcraft off of someone, remove sorcery off of someone, bad luck, exorcise demons, exorcise evil spirits, And you'll find that most people that practice this kind of magic and this kind of spirituality to be very down to earth, very humble, and very devout. And actually in Espiritismo Cruzado, which is the crossed or mixed spiritism, there's a lot of mediumship. So technically, if we want to get down to it, someone who is a Tata or someone who is a Palero is a shaman, a medium, a creolized medium that has a pot with the spirit in it that works with the individual person for either good or bad. And if there's anybody out there watching this video that disagrees with anything I said, please drop those comments below. Correct me if I am wrong. But I just want to clarify what my spirituality is. My spirituality is African, but I'm non-denominational. I participate in Ifa. I participate in Palo. I participate in Voodoo, 21 divisions and Haitian Voodoo. But I'm a spiritualist. I'm spiritual. And I started my spiritual house. And my house is a non-denominational spiritual house for African spirituality. And it's not just African spirituality. It's also astrology. It contains elements of yoga, Reiki, meditation, divination, using all kinds of divination tools. But more important than anything else, my spirituality and my tradition is based on ancestor veneration and ancestor worship and working with nature directly, working with the spirits of nature. So I hope this 7-minute long conversation between you and me clarified up a little bit about what an Nganga is, where it came from, how it's developed in the New World, and how someone who practices this spirituality works with it. Okay, bye.